Chapter 1. A body. In January, they found the girl's body. They found in Pinecrest. Pinecrest is a small town about 90 miles from Denver, in the Rocky Mountains. In the past, it was famous for silver and gold, but now it's a place where people go on vacation. They ski there in the winter and walk in the mountains in the summer. Movie stars have homes there. It's beautiful and it's quiet when the snow falls, and the snow falls a lot of in the winter. Pinecrest isn't usually the kind of place you find a dead body. Denver's the place for that, not Pinecrest. Oh, of course, sometimes there are skiing accidents, like in the old ski resorts. I remember that a young man died about 3 years ago. He was skiing too fast and he went into a tree. It's sad, but it happens. But murder, killing someone, well, that's different. So that January morning, my boss, Leo Kong, chief of the Denver police, called me into his office. Girl's body in Pinecrest, Flick, said Leo. Leo was thin and worked too much. He never sat down. Now he was standing near his desk. They found her yesterday. Oh, I say, it looks like someone killed her, he said. I didn't say anything. Murder, he said, as if I didn't understand. I waited, he didn't look at me. Then he said, I want you to go to Pinecrest. Ha, I said, so that's what you want. But Leo, why me? It's too soon. It was just 2 months ago. I can't. Flick, you're the best, he said, and you need to get off of Denver. It's the best thing. Listen, Leo, I started, but I stopped. Leo looked me in the eyes. Come on, Flick. Bill Gerson, the chief of police there, is an old friend of mine. He's not happy, but it's murder. It's bad of business. No one wants to ski when there's a killer about. Well, yeah, I thought I as I looked out of Leo's window at the city. A dead body was bad for business. I knew Pinecrest. I used to go skiing there on the weekends. The town was made its money from the thousands of visitors who went there every year. The restaurants, cafes, hotels, sky school all made the money from the people who went to the beautiful Pinecrest for their vacations. And the girl, I asked, was she a visitor? Leo smiled. He could see that I was interested. Yes, he said. She was there on a skiing vacation with some friends from college. Someone found her in the swimming pool at the hotel where she had stayed. She died in the swimming pool. I asked for me. Looks like somebody drowned her, Leo said. I looked at him. She was 23 years old, Leo said softly. And I asked, you'll get that you need from Gershon, said Leo. I got up to leave. Oh, and Flick, said Leo. I turned at the door. I want you to get this one and I want you to get it fast, he said. First, because it make the Denver Police Department look good, and we need that. And second, because you think it's so good for me to get out of the office and back to work, I said. Leo didn't say anything, but I was true. He was helping me in his way. Okay, Leo, I said. But remember, it was just November, just 2 months ago that Scott. Yeah, I know. But Flick's got dead, said Leo. His voice was kind, but strong. And you've got to leave. He turned away from me and looked off the window. Leo was finished. I walked to my office to get the things I need for a few days out of town. My notebook, cell phone, and car keys. I thought about November, thought about Scott, Detective Scott, king of the Denver police. Then I took my gun and put it under my jacket. I went downstairs to the parking lot. Scott and I worked together for 4 years. We were the best the Denver Police Department had. We loved catching killers, robbers, and all of Denver's criminals. But we were more than that. We were friends too. Scott was my best friend. Then, one stupid, cool day in November, Eddie Lang killed Scott, and I saw my best friend die. Yeah, I thought. Scott's dead, and I've got to live. Most day it was difficult. I shook my head, and Scott's face went away. I took my keys out of the pocket of my jacket and looked at the most beautiful car in the world. My red 1957 Chevrolet. My Chevy, I smiled. That car always made me smile. Some days it felt like it was the only good thing in my life. I drove home fast to my apartment on Alameda. Went in my unpacked bag. I changed into my blue suit and looked at myself in the mirror in the bathroom. I looked okay, but I looked like I came from the big city. I felt like my gun inside my jacket. I was ready. Ready to find the killer without Scott. 15 minutes later, I was driving on 170 to Pinecrest, Colorado. I was trying to forget about Scott, and I was trying to forget about Eddie Lang. Chapter 2, Pinecrest. Scott King. Yeah, it was hard to forget. As I drove up into the Rocky Mountains, pictures came into my head. The first time we were together, he smiled. The thing he said, "Stop it, Flick." I said to myself. I turned on the car radio, and it was an old country song. Then the new songs came on. "Good morning, listener," says the voice. It's 10 o'clock, and here's the news. Police found a young woman's body in a swimming pool at the Mountains Hotel in Pinecrest yesterday. The 23 years old was a visitor from Texas in the town on a skiing vacation. Police believe it was a murder. I turned the radio off. Scott came back to me. I thought about the first time we were together. "Flick," said Scott. That's a funny name. We were in a police car in downtown Denver. "Well, my real name Felicity," I said. My dad liked it. There was an English movie star called Felicity. At school, everyone thought it was very funny, so I became Flick. "Flick Lane," he said. "Yeah, good. Don't you think?" I said. "Yes, Scott and Flick." He loved Denver's crime fighters. "Hey, don't you mean Flick Scott?" I love. Scott and Flick, Flick and Scott. Now I look at the road. I try to think about the drive. The drive was about 7,000 feet already, but it was a beautiful day. In the Rockies, really beautiful. The sky was clear blue and you could see for miles. But I couldn't stop thinking about Scott. I thought about the day he died in November, just 2 months ago. The day we went looking for Eddie Lang, one of Denver's worst criminals. He killed people for money, but we were on to him. We knew where he was. We were in an old dark house. We knew that Eddie Lang and his men were there. "Don't worry, Scott, I'm behind you," I said quietly. I could see Scott in front of me. It was dark, but I could just see him. Suddenly, I heard a loud noise. A gun. Then Scott was down on the dirty floor. His blood was everywhere. I ran outside quickly and called the police station. A few minutes later, more police officers arrived, but Scott was dead. Scott was dead, and Eddie Lang and his men were gone. They were gone, but I thought about Scott every day. I went on a driving.